Welcome everyone to VESPER Introduction. Opex Labs. Founded on August 2014. We specialize in open source and enterprise cloud technologies. VESPER is a declarative runtime isolation framework. Allows users to build and launching composable application instances on demand, without any containers over virtual and physical servers. VESPER framework consists of 4 components. VESPER Client, a simple command line interface to interact with VESPER REST server. VESPER REST server is a central component. Allows users to build and deploy VESPER application capsules on remote servers. VESPER Shell is a command line interface, allows users to create runtime environments. VESPER is a daemon. Requires to run on all target servers. Only accessible within the host. This diagram depicts VESPER application runtime environment on a server. VESPER does not use any UFS or AUFS file systems, and one can monitor the application runtime environment using any traditional tools. Let us get into the VESPER real-time demo. VESPER Client is simple command line interface. Allows an user to create various application capsules and deploy the same on remote servers, using secure socket communication. Let us check VESPER supported applications for CentOS 6.2. Now try to build a capsule for MySQL. VESPER directly downloads the RPM packages from public YUM repository to prepare the application capsule, and one can verify the status using list tasks command. Building an application capsule is a one-time activity, and the same can be deployed over multiple servers. We have successfully built MySQL. Similarly, we can build OpenJDK and Postgres capsules. Great! Now we have successfully built MySQL, Java, and Postgres application capsules. We will need VESPER tools installed on the target servers to create isolated application runtime environments. We can install it on the remote host using VESPER Client command line interface. After installing VESPER tools, you can see that John and Linda can access VESPER Shell. However, we have not yet deployed any application capsule on this server. We can deploy application capsules on the remote servers using VESPER Client. Let us go to VESPER Client host and push MySQL, JDK, and Postgres capsules on the CentOS 6.2. It took approximately around 17 seconds to push all application capsules. Now Linda can create or compose her own runtime environment. She is creating an environment only with Postgres, and another one composed of MySQL and OpenJDK. Now Linda has created 2 software runtime environments. She can launch Postgres using VESPER Shell launch shell command. It allows her to execute all Postgres commands from this shell. We can observe that Linda is the owner of entire Postgres processes started within this environment, and even these processes are alive after exiting the environment shell. Similarly, John has created his Postgres and MySQL environment. He is able to launch his own Postgres instance, and he has complete control over his Postgres processes. Now John can configure his instance by creating required user accounts to manage the database. We can also observe that he is able to connect to the running Postgres instance using pgsql command. Now, Linda wants to stop her Postgres instance, and we can see that it does not impact John's instance. This is possible since VESPER complies with the standard Linux user security policies. We can also see that Linda can launch another environment where she has Java and MySQL. We can very easily deploy the same capsules into higher version of OS, and it is automatically taken care by VESPER. Let us build a MySQL 5.7 capsule, which is compatible with CentOS 7. And VESPER makes it possible to coexist with 5.1 on the same server. We can see that Mike and Sandra can use MySQL 5.1 and 5.7 over CentOS 7. VESPER supports network namespaces. Currently there is no network namespace allocated. VESPER can configure network namespaces on remote hosts, currently supports Linux Bridge and Open vSwitch. We have created a network namespace for Mike and Sandra, and both can access the same. Now Sandra can attach her MySQL 5.1 environment with VLAN 101. And Mike can attach his MySQL 5.7 environment with VLAN 100. We can see that Sandra attached her MySQL 5.1 environment with VLAN 101. And Mike attached his MySQL 5.7 environment with VLAN 100. Sandra has started her MySQL 5.1. And it is directly attached to the VLAN 101 network. VESPER allows users to directly launch applications, using VESPER shell execute command option. Now we can see that Mike can directly start MySQL 5.7 using the execute option. He can also launch MySQL client, to directly interact with the instance. This feature allows users to automate creating application instances on demand, specifically in the big data software environments like Hadoop and MongoDB. This is the list of qualified applications supported in the beta release. Thank you everyone. For any further details, please visit our website or drop an email.